Welcome back. 60 minutes after the hour now. From pomp and ceremony to politics and business, President Trump set to talk trade with Prime Minister Theresa May and British business leaders a short time from now.
Ooh, fabulous. So could this be the key to a successful Brexit once and for all? Here to discuss, Heritage Senior Research Fellow in the United States and British relations, Ted Bromund. Ted, thank you for being with us this morning. So trade is the topic of conversation today. Do you think a mutually beneficial trade deal with the United States and the United Kingdom is possible? And if so, what would it look like?
Of course it's possible. If Britain hadn't been inside the European Union for so long, we would have had a free trade area with Britain years, if not decades ago. What should a deal look like? It should look like a deal with no tariffs, no quotas, complete free trade between the United States and the United Kingdom, plus new liberating rules on financial services that will help Wall Street, help the City of London, and help investors and people who need to borrow and lend money in the United States and Britain and all around the world.
Specifically, though, let's get down to brass tacks, for lack of a better phrase. What specifically does the U.S. want to accomplish in this deal in terms of things that it gets from the U.K. to help American manufacturing and create American jobs?
There are a couple of areas that the United States really wants to see progress with on the British. The most important of all is farming. The U.S. is a tremendous exporter of farm and food goods. Right now, the U.K. is trapped inside the European Union, which means that it really can't import food from the rest of the world, including the United States, easily. The United States is also looking forward to new rules on digital products that will help the United States and the United Kingdom, both leading knowledge economies, to grow these important new sectors of their economies.
You know, there are some people in the U.K. who are fearful of a trade deal with the U.S. because of the president's America First agenda. They don't think it will benefit the U.K. Do you think that that could prevent something from actually happening?
No, I don't think so. It's an important issue for both sides that we get a trade deal between the United States and the United Kingdom. And it's not just the U.S. that wants a trade deal with Britain. Australia wants one. Canada wants one. Other countries around the world are clamoring to get access to British markets and to welcome British goods and services into their markets. So this isn't simply a U.S.-British thing. This is a British world thing, although undoubtedly the United States is by far the most important part of it.
Okay, but along those lines, based upon your research of this region, do you think a U.S.-U.K. trade deal is enough to finally have the Brits pull the trigger on a complete Brexit?
There's no doubt that the most significant thing that's held up Brexit is British concerns about what will happen to their economy when they leave. Now, the United States can't fix all of Britain's economic difficulties. It can't make every difficult issue go away, but it's an important encouraging factor to tell the British to come on, jump in the pool, the water's fine.
All right. President Trump is meeting with British Prime Minister Theresa May later today, who is stepping down on Friday. What do you think the next British Prime Minister can do to be more successful than her?
Show some leadership. Decide where you want to go. Encourage your members of Parliament, your MPs, to support you. Set an agenda which is positive for Britain, which is positive for British friends and allies and supporters around the world. Don't continue to delay decisions, to try to force things on people that they don't want, as Prime Minister May has unfortunately decided to do. The answer really, in a simple word, leadership.
There you go. Well, we'll see what happens. Obviously, a busy next couple of hours and a busy next couple of months as we get closer to that October 31 deadline. Ted Bromund, thank you so very much. We appreciate your insight.